Everyone, on the count of three, please, seriously, on the count of three, say it with me, okay? 1, 2, 3. Bam, bam, Yuta Watanabe on my wrist. Yuta Watanabe on my wrist. It's time. It's seriously time. It's time to celebrate this man. It's time to give this man his flowers. Unfortunately, I don't have anything specific to say, but shout out to that man. And I'm glad that the world has come around to understand how incredible this man is and how vital he is to the team and the team's success. He's like the energizer Bruce Brown was with the intensity of the outside shooting that Jeff Green had, with the utility beltness that a Royce O'Neal has, basically. Watanabe is absolutely, he's just a fan favorite. And if you don't like him, there's something wrong with you. Seriously, like it's bordering on the point where it's like going back and forth of which jersey am I going to get? Is it going to be the Utah jersey or the Ben Simmons jersey? I don't know which one it's going to be. I just know I'm copping the new Basquiat's. That is all I know. I don't know which one it's going to be, but I'm copping the new Basquiat's. I put that man in the title of the video just because that's where the hype is. That's where the intensity is. That's where a lot of the focus is going to be. That's where a lot of the highlights are going to come from. This man was unconscious from three, especially in the fourth quarter. He was single-handedly responsible for us pulling away, because Lord knows it wasn't going to be defensively as to why it was we were pulling away from the other team. And the other team that we played was a Memphis Grizzlies team that didn't have three of its best players. No, John Morant was not out there. Baines was not out there. JJ the Jet Plane looking individual was not out there. No, not at all. So it was basically just Dylan Brooks and Steven Adams. And well, not really surprisingly, but the game was close. The game was extremely close until Watanabe just went insane from three and basically spread apart the lead from the, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you get what I mean. It was all Watanabe. If we're going up and down as to who's the culprit for it, it's that man. That man did his thing and was able to extend the lead to get us to a dub. The real main event to me and the real headline was not only did Kyrie Irving make his return, but Ben Simmons started, and he started at center because Claxton is out for personal reasons. What the personal reasons are, I have no idea, but shout out to that man. Hopefully he's okay. But this man, Ben Simmons, started at center. And a lot of people tonight got what they wanted. A lot of people have been begging for Ben Simmons to be our Draymond Green and start him at center. Well, you got what you wanted tonight. And we got to see firsthand what that would look like. Offensively, it is a mismatch nightmare. They're not able to keep up with him. They're not able to keep up with him in the dunker spot, when he's bringing the ball up the court, where he's pushing the pace, where he's doing a little handles and such, where he's getting over to the rim with the soft touch and the finesse. Whoever it is that's at the center position on the other team is not able to keep up with it. Now, I would like to see how he does this against Joel Embiid next game, but for now, we'll just cap it off as he did a wonderful job against Steven Adams offensively. Defensively, he was getting eaten alive. But if you look at small ball teams of the past and the various things that we have compared this to, such as, which is what I always go to, my personal go-to, the Houston Rockets, when they got rid of Clint Capella and basically just had PJ Tucker out there at center. PJ Tucker and, who's that other dude? I can't remember the name of the other dude. Was it House? No. PJ Tucker and Robert Covington, basically interchanging jobs at the center position. It's all about hustle. It's all about effort, and that's how you get by. You're going to get eaten alive, obviously, but if you're able to out-hustle your opponent, the situation will handle itself, and that's exactly what happened. Ben Simmons in the scoring column was, I believe, over 20. It was either 20 or at 20 exactly. It was either at 20 or a little bit over 20. He played very well offensively. Again, they're not able to keep up with him because those taller players are just too slow, whereas Ben Simmons has the agility and the cat-like reflexes of a 1 or a 2, but he's playing the 5, so they were not able to stop him. The Euro steps, the floaters, the posties, the toasties, all that. Well, no toasties, but a lot of posties. Not able to stop that man. He played Arguably his best game of the season. He didn't foul out. This is the type of stuff that I would expect from this man. This is the type of stuff where last game where y'all were trying to hype that man up and say, this is the best game of the season. No, this is a good game. This is an example of a good game. You do all that stuff, it contributes over to winning, and you don't foul out of the game, that is considered a good game. That is the type of stuff I'm here for. That's the type of stuff I'm waiting for. He was moving a lot quicker than usual, didn't look as slow, didn't look as robotic, looked a lot more finessey, if you will. I don't know if finesse is a word, but you know what? If Uzi is a word, then finesse can be a word as well, but that's neither here nor there. I happen to think Ben Simmons played very well. I have nothing negative to say about the man. Didn't get in much foul trouble, so I'm here for it. Played well. Again, there's only so much he's going to be able to do against Steven Adams defensively, and if there's a switch, you're just out there with a bunch of point guards and Kevin Durant, so what do you think was going to happen? But the situation handled itself. Jacques Vaughn tried this thing where he would substitute Markieff Morris in there to try and give some help with the size. I'm not really sure why Day'Ron Sharpe doesn't get actual minutes when he is our backup center, but is what it is. As long as we got a dub, that's all that matters. We did win the game. I don't know if I made that clear. Oh, also, my bad. Welcome back to Nets Republic. I'm your host, Sever the Bond. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get to 900 before the end of the year, so tell a Nets fan to subscribe to the channel and such. Kevin Durant had another game of 25 plus, therefore extending his streak to, I believe he's at 17 straight games of scoring 17. I think personally, and I know there's a lot of different individuals you can give it to. You got your Trae Youngs, your Ja Morants. Like there are multiple people where you can say Luka too. And y'all know I don't like Luka at all, but Luka too for the MVP conversation. But I'm giving it to Kevin Durant. The amount that he's doing, the degree of difficulties on his shots, the fact that he's carrying us in games. Kevin Durant for MVP. If I had a vote, I'd say KD. And y'all know I don't even like KD. I'd say Kevin Durant for MVP because the amount of stuff he's doing and carrying us to victories and keeping us in games and the degree of difficulty on his shots, the fact that he'll be shooting the ball with two people on him. He's about to take a jumper, but then readjust to a left-handed floater in midair, fading behind the backboard. I'm giving that joint to Kevin Durant, but that's just me. Kevin Durant played incredible. Kyrie Irving didn't play super efficient on offense, but you know, he wasn't a negative. I don't think he was. And again, maybe the plus minus might say so, but I'm not even looking at the box score. I'm strictly going off the eye test. I don't believe he was a negative in any factor. I saw him trying to play defense, and that's all you can ask for. He hit threes when it was necessary. He hit threes when it was needed. That's all you can ask for him. Royce O'Neal is playing out of his mind. And the insane performance from Watanabe definitely overshadowed the fact that Royce O'Neal is a marksman from three as well. I thought Seth Curry played well in limited minutes we saw from him. Joe Harris is doing very well defensively and getting other people involved. There are times where I can't tell if he's just terrible at making layups or he's literally doing bounce passes off the glass to get other people involved. But I think defensively he's playing well as well. I don't think we saw any Sumner minutes. I don't believe so. Maybe I was asleep, but I don't remember seeing any minutes from him. Cam Thomas is getting lost in the sauce, but that's okay because we have Watanabe. Anyone else have a standout performance? If they did and I'm forgetting them, leave it down below, but everyone played pretty well. Everyone played pretty well and we were able to win the game. I don't think it should have been this difficult to beat a Grizzlies team that didn't have Ja Morant, but I am proud of the dub, and as you know, and as we call it around here, a dub is a dub, and I won't be overly critical. I was last video, but I won't be critical this video. I think they did a wonderful job. I have nothing negative to say. This is a good team win. The first time it actually felt like we had a big three, and I'm here for it. And hopefully this is a trend of things to come, and the situation will handle itself. Now, am I, like, big picture convinced that we're going to be okay? Am I big picture convinced that we're a good team and we're building on top of this and we're not going to get blown out in our next game by 512? Absolutely not. You got to do this for at least a week for me to be fooled. But for this little 2-game stretch that we're on, I am liking what I'm seeing. Now do this against Philly, and you have a great opportunity to do so because they don't have James Harden. They ain't got Tyrese Maxey. This is a great opportunity. It's just Joel Embiid. Now, I know no one on the team is going to be able to guard him except for Kevin Durant, but this is a good test, in my opinion. If we are able to beat the 76ers, then I'll come on here with a little bit more pep in my step. I just need to physically see it. I need to see us beat a real contending team and someone else who is having an MVP-like performance this season. If we get past Joel Embiid and the Sixers, then I'll have some more confidence in them. Until then, we can keep beating up on the trash teams or teams without their stars, but I need to see us win a real game. And I believe this next game in Philly, Ben Simmons' return on the court is going to be a big test regardless who they have out there. So I will see you then. Comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm Sever the Bond. You're on Nets Republic. Shout out to the new Basquiats. I happen to think the old ones are better, but that's neither here nor there. And I'll see y'all next game. Yeah.